So this video is in response to somebody I saw actually on the Lunatic Outpost that asked a question for me to expound upon the fact that this Ukrainian war nonsense is all just a hoax. You know, I got my gander up this morning when some idiot brought up the Dresden hoax firebombing nonsense. Dresden. Just look up that word. Understand the witchcraft. Stop substituting one lie for another lie. Anyway, so moving forward, I'm going to step by step go through some video for you and show you the meaning behind it. Once again, no one died and no one got hurt. Should someone stub their toe during one of these events, that would be called a workplace injury, because everyone involved is a criminal with intent to defraud the public of their birthright. All right, now I shall continue.
Oh man, hey Dave, did you hear that they had some fake hoax cops not shot up in Alaska?
Yes, Pompo, I did hear. And notice here, Tanana, that means earth. They're speaking about the earth, blood into the ground. It goes back to Cain and Abel. Then, of course, when you connect the dots, that's your wedge. The wedge, the same as the so-called blue fin 21. That's this side. Looking at the mirror opposite, what would that mean? That means you're looking at the side from their perspective, where they like to flip the script, change the poles. Yeah, you've heard that before, right? Pole shift. It's all in your mind, the pole shift. But before moving to that video and just pulling the pants off of your reality, I'm going to move to a couple of shills. For the first time, I've had a lot of people hate, and I've had even that Monograph crew and those full-on crew of straight-up evil motherfuckers come and hate on this channel. But I had my first real racist show up. They went ahead and took that video I did, telling you the truth about the Jewish religion, how it's blood, and the truth about how that works, and tried to make me into a racist. So then I thought to myself, being that person left the word and they called me a cracker, man, that brought up my back when my great granddaddy, he told me a story about when I'll try and remember it.
Oh Dave, just relax and maybe take a drink. It was your grandfather who worked on the railroad as a boss, right?
Yeah, and, well, they called him Chinks, and he was napping on the job, and he said, "Doc, that chink up there is pay for napping on the job."
Oh Dave, that's just the way it was, you know. That just happens.
Oh, thank you, Papa. But anyways, let me show you a couple of real racists. And that'd be these two right here coming up. Oh, and if you still doubt, Sheol, that represents hell or the abyss. It's Hebrew. It's a hidden Hebrew word. It's always about this. There is no reality to what you think that's reality is. There's no CNN, ABC news that you're going to find reality. All of that, if you turn it on, is a lie. Every bit of it. Yes, even that channel.
Oh Dave, look at these two hoaxers that they were trying to make fun of you. I went ahead and added some stuff to make them look like at least cool, because they're total hosers, man. Complete hosers.
Papa, thanks, buddy. He likes Twinkies. Oh, not thinking or speaking of Twinkies, look at these guys. This would be the Masonic pose, or making the Masonic arch, the royal arch. The keystone being that middle idiot, and then the two useful idiots on the side. The right side representing wisdom, and the so-called left side representing beauty, i.e. Lucifer, the lady, Lucy in the sky. I won't even put you through that. But anyways, so as you can see, that's the same pose. minus the keystone, which at the time is the light. If you look at any of the pictures, that would have been the Obama dancing and holding with what's his face from the Sandy hoax, where nobody died and nobody got hurt. The Robbie Parker character, but their arms would have been down because they were representing the third or the second degree going into the third. This is hidden throughout, right? Hidden throughout. They're representing the 2 into the 3, or death, becoming, or becoming alive, right? This is the compass and square. It's all Masonic, every bit of it. That represents, that would also be the Ark of the Covenant, as it would be called. But look at, it's an arc, but also look at the fact that your beauty is your 2-1. That's your 777 or Lucifer's Gate. This is a chain. If you believe in this world, if you believe in the light of this world, that's not visible light, the light, the so-called knowledge of this world, you will be lied to. So let's walk this through frame by frame. Let's look at it first. What you thought you just saw happen. You thought you saw somebody show up. And now they're going to try and show you that people are falling from the bridge. Now let's go through it frame by frame. Okay, sorry about that. That's the wrong way. So looking through here, you're going to see, replace the center column that we made with what you noticed in the cartoons that I showed you, or the drawings. We're going to show you, this is the temple on fire. But what you see is a stunt. This guy on the right, and there's a guy on the left. These are representing the 2 pillars, black and white. This guy is half black, half white. This guy is black with white. This guy's going to fall through what you can see is a tarp. And it grabs him. It's like an old circus act. And then he stops. And that little pile right there, you watch where he stays. That's not the guy who stands up. See? That guy's right there, and that's called a trap fall. Now look, right next to him, a guy's going to just all of a sudden stand up out of nowhere. Right there, kaboom. He just stands up, right? And then coming up here shortly, you're going to have all the ever-present stage actors. People just lying about, waiting for the film. Alright? That's all this is. It's yet another hoax. Let's watch this guy run off. See, they cut the tape? And now watch this. Totally different setup. Now they have a hoax actor set up. You never saw this guy. This guy, let's watch him. Let's see what happens to him. Now they're going to tell you people are going to jump off the roof. And see, they clipped it. And now the guy's gone, right? And now they're just going to drop like bags of trash off the roof. Like, that's not a person. That's not a person, period. Alright, and here's the second bag of trash that are coming up too. And it's just straight bag of trash in an old empty building. That's what, just because they show you a bombed out building or a building going down, or here's another bag of trash, fine. That's not a person. Alright, that's another falling man. It's 9/11. Falling man. I'll add to the end of this video in the comment section my 9/11 echo video. Please watch the 9/11 echo video. Because it proves to you that should you keep believing these stories, you are willfully ignorant. And your mouth should close. Otherwise you're going to be spewing falsehood. Trust in Jesus Christ. I did want to add this bit at the end. If you're wanting to know what the transformation is, so you're talking the transformation numbers from 7 into 8, right? Or if you're talking at the top of the pyramid, 5 into 6, or what's called Ramsey's theorem, where you go from the physical existence to where if you're building, that would be the top of a pyramid. I mean, you can't go any farther. It's just it collapses. So then you're speaking into the spiritual realm. That's then into your 6 into 7 into 8. Since 7 into 8 in particular is dealing with 7, dealing with the end of a cycle or the end of a week, end of a, yeah, I guess that's the best way, just to keep that in your mind. And then also, then if that's the end of a cycle, then what is 8 but above that? It's what then, it's the cycle above that cycle. All right. So, anyways, I guess I'm going to go ahead and leave you with another link, the 7 into 8 transformation video, and I'm going to link it here with that other video. All right. So anyways, if you want new stuff, this is where you can check out. Otherwise, it's just going to be a repeat of what I've been trying to tell you. All right. Enjoy the day. Yes, hello. So the synopsis of Swan Lake. This is just following on with some videos that Jungle Surfer was doing on the meaning and understanding of swan. Think transformation. If you put 3 7s across glass or water, think the reflection. Think flipped and opposite. Put those together, you'll get your 8s. You think transformation. Okay, so jumping to, you can see that that's where your 21 is. So moving to the last part, you'll find out that the non-humans, the bad guy, von Rothbart, tells the prince he must marry his daughter. All right, but what happens is these guys are somewhat bird-like forms. They're evil, unhuman, creatures. So of course, what happens is the prince grabs the other one. They jump into the lake. They turn back into humans, and then of course, the rest is history. So moving forward to the swan theory and what it's speaking of, you'll move to. I'll stick specifically to this one aspect, being the K theory, and which is a study of a ring. And think of a ring in total, a ring that has no beginning, no end. It goes around and around and around. Okay? That ring then, looking at the domain, there's a lot of words here, but there's really only one symbol you have to see. Speaking of domain, which is a place where you would be, a place to reside, the symbol is all you need to see. That would be your 9 rejoinder, or 9 return, or your Saturn, Satan, your Lucifer timekeeper, the hourglass, the guy standing on the 3rd step with his foot on the 2nd, with the hair of the human female figure standing on the 3rd platform with the broken pillar. You've ever seen that? Anyways, continuing forward, this is, think Jordan. Think Michael Jordan if you like, but think of the number, the 23, what he was assigned to, and the Jordan matrix, which is 10 by 10. All right. So you're dealing with a block, and then look at these interesting numbers. You have your eye, your 4 eyes, your 3 7s, your 1 2 3 4 5 6 ones, keeping an eye on this Jordan matrix. What this is, an imaginary unit. This is what you live in. Everything within here fits into this picture. You will see this represents death, being that death is on the 2nd. So 2 3 3, okay, with the ground, the broken pillar being grounded to death. All right? Weeping what has been lost. Always splitting hairs. Always, in every photo, this is going to